Hey guys, it's Ed, welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a fabulous recipe that uses that delicious caramelized white chocolate I showed you in the last video. So yes, today's recipe is a delicious cheesecake tart topped with a caramelized white chocolate ganache, and it's just so delicious. So what you're going to need to start with is some tart shells, and I use for that either tart rings like this. If you don't have these, that's absolutely fine. You can also just use normal tart tins like this as well. And then the only thing you need to make sure is that your tart tins, your tart shells are fully baked, because they need to be ready to be filled with our filling. Now, I'm using my recipe for sweet pastry from my book Petition Made Simple, but you can use any of your favorite sweet pastry recipes. If you want to learn how to make this, if you want to see what my recipe is, leave me a comment down below and I'll make a video for you on that. And now we can get to the filling. So for the ingredients, all you're gonna need is some cream cheese at room temperature, some sour cream, some eggs, some sugar, a little bit of vanilla and salt. And then for our topping, we need the caramelized white chocolate from the early video, plus some double cream. Now, I'm also gonna add some spicing to that, which is completely optional. I'm gonna add some ginger, some cinnamon, and a little bit of cardamom as well. So the first thing we need to do for this recipe is infuse the cream for our ganache. Now, if you're leaving this as a plain caramelized white chocolate ganache with no spicing, you can skip this stage. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna infuse it with a few different things. I'm gonna take about an inch worth of stem ginger that's just been sliced, add that to our cream along with half a slightly bashed up cinnamon stick and then one bashed cardamom pod as well. We're just going to bring that to a simmer, turn the heat off, and then leave that until we are ready to use it. Now for this simple cheesecake mixture, all you're going to do is we're going to take the cream cheese, we're going to add that to a large bowl, and we're going to whisk that together until that's a little bit smooth. And then what we're going to do is add the sour cream and sugar and just mix that together until the sugar's had a little chance to dissolve. And then all we're going to simply do is add a pinch of salt, a little bit of vanilla, and then 2 egg whites and 1 whole egg, and just mix that until that's fully blended. Now when it comes to our tart shells, if we add the cream cheese filling to this now and bake it, the chances are this is going to become very soft, because the moisture in the cheesecake will just affect the tarts really badly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 spare egg yolks that we have, and we're just going to beat those together, and then we're going to brush that all over the tart shells, kind of creating that little watertight seal in the middle. We're going to pop those in the oven for about 2-3 minutes, just until that sets, and that really helps prevent all the moisture leaking through into the tart shell, making it really soft and hard to use. So when the tarts have been in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, you need to check that they are done. And the easiest way to do this is just give the sheet tray that they're on a little bit of a shake, and if the center of the cheesecake has a little bit of a jiggle, it's not moving like a liquid, then you can take the tray out of the oven and let it cool to room temperature for about half an hour, and then pop those in the fridge just to chill down the cheesecake. Meanwhile, we can get on with our filling. So we've put our chocolate into a bowl. We're going to set that over a pan of simmering water and stir that occasionally until that is melted. Meanwhile, we're also going to put our cream back on the heat just to bring it to a simmer, then turn the heat off. When the chocolate's melted, we're going to pour the cream through a fine sieve into the chocolate, pressing on the ginger to make sure all of that flavour comes out of those spices, and then stir that together until you've formed a nice, smooth, silky ganache. Then all you need to do is pour that ganache into a jug, and then easily pour that on top of the cheesecake, reaching right to the top of the tarts. And then just let it set. And then the final thing, once that ganache is set, is just sprinkle each one with a little bit of flaked sea salt, just to really lift that flavour. that is how you make my cheesecake tarts topped with a caramelized white chocolate ganache. I think the last thing we need to do is cut into it and see what these look like. So you can see that what you get is these delicious layers, these cheesecake on the bottom, the caramelized white chocolate on the top. It's just utterly crazy delicious. It's kind of like a cross between a white chocolate cheesecake and a salted caramel cheesecake, but just the combined benefits of both. It's utterly, utterly delicious. As always, the recipe is up in the corner, and don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below if there's anything else you want to see in an upcoming video. For now, I'm off to eat the rest of this thing.